Once again, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are welcome to class. If you go by our course outline, this should be Module 4. Module 4 is Digital Tools for Financial Reporting. We have added another item there, Financial Reporting and Analysis. We have said it over and over that as an accountant, after preparing your financial statement, that financial statement need to be analyzed for proper decision making. Because those who relied on the absolute figures as contained in the financial statement are often misled to take a decision. Or how do we explain a company that has reported an after-tax profit of 5 billion naira, yet have the challenge of settling a debt of 5 million naira? That is not normal. No wonder they tell us accounting profits are paper profit. They say accounting profits are paper profit. We've had a case where a company said, okay, we've made this much profits, but at the end of the day, or within the twinkle of an eye, we see the company fold up. It happened in our banking industry. Thank God for the intervention of the then Central Bank Governor, the now Emir of Kano, Sanusi, Lamido Sanusi. Shortly before he declared investigation into the affairs of financial institutions in Nigeria, one of the executive directors came out to boast that their bank is the first bank in Africa that the asset has hit trillion. Unknown to many that those things they call loans and advances are a bunch of non-performing facilities that ought to have been written off as bad debts, but they still left them on the pages of financial statement. At the end of this class, what our expectation is just to draw our attention and to open our eyes to some digital tools that are required in preparing financial reports, and in the analysis of such report for purpose of effective decision making. If you want us again to remind ourselves that it is no doubt, we are not doubting that we are in an era generally referred to as era of digital revolution. We keep hammering this. As a matter of fact, some other school of thought say it is an era refer also to an era of digital Darwinism. This is an era of knowledge revolution. Knowledge revolution, not only information revolution, but knowledge revolution. People coming up with different tools every day. Some are not really sleeping. They want to better mankind. They want to better the life of mankind. They want to add value to their own profession and career. And it is only reasonable for accountants, especially digital accountants, to lay hold of digital tools to remain relevant in this era we have found ourselves. Like the medical doctors, they have their own tools. We have the engineer with their own tools. Mechanics have their own tools, just to mention but a few. So we'll see a couple of such tools this evening lecture. Then, God helping us, we are going to look at one or two practical applications. That's the essence of having this lecture virtual. I still remember very well the 2 or 3 times I was in class physical back home in Nigeria there. What happened? Power failure. So there are some advantages when we come virtual like this and everybody join from wherever location they are. Let me quickly share this slide for us to see the digital tools. Then okay, as we can see again from the screen, digital tools for financial reporting and analysis. I would say it has revolutionized financial reporting and analysis, providing more efficiency, accuracy, and insightful data for decision making. I've explained this in the introduction. I just did general overview. Let's go now to see the tools. First on the list of this digital tool is the cloud-based financial management system. To us also in accounting, some people call cloud-based accounting solution. Some just call it cloud-based accounting. Some also call it online accounting. So when we say cloud-based financial management system here, we are simply saying where an accountant or the preparer of financial report just need the domain name. Once you have the domain name, you have a strong internet connection, and you have a functional email address, you can access this software online. When we say cloud-based financial management system, we are saying we leverage on the software that is residing on the server of the service provider. So with cloud-based accounting or financial management system, you may not even need to say you want to buy your own personal laptop. You don't need to say you want to buy a software that you will install on your desktop or laptop or palm top or ivory tower or notebook, as the case may be. All you need, have told us, when we come to cloud-based, is just internet connection. Then the domain name of the software you want to access online, then your functional email address. We are going to practically demonstrate this. We'll go to the cloud shortly after looking at this theory. Now, once you access the software, then you begin to post your transaction, generate your report. And when you generate the report, you can even export this report, either PDF, Microsoft Excel, or you can send those reports directly to the recipient, whosoever needs that report. That is what we are saying when we say cloud-based financial management system. And we have a lot of examples. We are going to come to that later. We have Sage Cloud, we have QuickBooks Online, I've mentioned Sage Cloud. We have the Dark Easy also online. MYOB, MYOB. Some people say MYOB is mind your own business. We have Acumatica, a lot of them. Now, the second to that from our screen is enterprise resource planning. Enterprise resource planning. And when we say enterprise resource planning here, when we say enterprise resource planning, we are saying there are also cloud-based accounting solution, financial management solution that reside on the server. But for enterprise resource planning, mostly they do more than financial function. They prepare for you more than financial reports. Examples of ERP system, we have SAP, SAP, we have Oracle, we have Microsoft Dynamics. This one integrates various business processes, including financial management, into a single system. That's why when you see ERP, Enterprise Resource Planning, you will see there, you will see finance function, warehousing function, human resources function, store management function. Then all encompass, all match together to serve the organization. That is what we see when we say ERP. Then we have the business intelligence tool. And when we say business intelligence tool here, in fact, another word for that one is analytical tool, business analysis. Business intelligence tool are required in analysis of data. The BI tools such as Tableau, we have what is called Tableau. And for Tableau, you will not only analyze data, you'll be able to see the pictorial representation of this data. Then another tool in that category, we have the Power BI. I shared on our platform for this class, I shared a flyer there, the free webinar. I say a free webinar coming up on Saturday, 4 to 6, or let me say 4 p.m. It may not be up to 2 hours, maybe 1 hour. It's a free webinar. If you check that flyer very well, you will see Power BI is one of the tools to be demonstrated practically during that webinar. Why not? If you have time, you can join in that webinar. At least you are not paying anything for it. It's free. The one you are going to pay for is the master class coming up in June for those of you interested. But let's leave that one for now. We also have what is called click view, click sense, different, still under business intelligence too. They provide interactive data visualization, advanced analytics, and reporting capabilities. And I know Microsoft Excel can also do that depending on the prompting or the instruction on your use of formula. But for these business intelligence tools, I've given us example, I say like Tableau, Power BI. All you just need is either to import your data, or if you want to type the data direct, then you click what do you want that software to do for you. Unlike the Microsoft Excel or the spreadsheet that you have to put the formula. But that again is for Microsoft Excel or the spreadsheet that is installed on your system. Now, when we go to the advanced one, artificial intelligence, we have what is called Excel Formula Bot. That's the name, Excel Formula Bot. That one is cloud-based. And with Excel Formula Bot, which we are going to see later on our subsequent lecture, that one you don't need to rack your brain to say you want to learn advanced formulas in Excel. That one is just for you to say, this is the task I want to perform. For example, I want to prepare cash budget. You signify how many rows, how many columns. This Excel formula bot will create the template for cash budget for you based on the number of rows and columns you have specified. Just giving an example, we are going to see this one much later. Then we have the financial planning and analysis software. The financial planning and analysis software, tools like Adaptive Insight, Anaplan, and Planful Facility Budgeting. They help in facilitating budgeting, forecasting, and financial planning. They offer scenario analysis, real-time collaboration, and dashboard. What we are saying when we talk of financial planning, that's another word for budgeting. So we have another general name they call this Budgematic software. The assignment of this software or the function of the software is to help you plan. What is budget? Future plan expressed in financial terms. So you have a plan. This is where I want to be tomorrow. These are the things I want to do. Once you are able to assign monetary values to those plans tomorrow, that is budget. So we have software that can help us do that. Then we have the accounting software. This is the most popular one to us. And when we say accounting software here, the list is endless. We have what is called Busy Accounting. We have it, copies that you can install on your system, and we have it also in the cloud. We have the Sage, we have the QuickBooks, we have the Tally, we have the Sun System Accounting, the list. And we have FreshBook. That's another accounting software. We have the Pastel accounting software, and so more and so on. Now, the next one we have is data analytics platform. When we say data analytics platform here, we have platform like SAS. We mentioned that it enables complex data analysis, data mining, and predictive analytics. They support large-scale data processing and advanced statistical analysis. That is data analytics software. Now, from our screen, we have the next one, robotic process automation. Robotic process automation. These tools, such as the automation UiPath and Blue Prism, automate repetitive financial tasks like data entry And ladies and gentlemen, if you are following the current trend, what is really going on about this issue of robotics, people are already scared. Robot, AI taking over jobs. China, not only China, some other developed countries now are busy investing in AI and machine learning, then robotics. Robot now, you see them in industries working the work human beings are supposed to do, already programmed. Of late, is it 2 days ago now, I saw another video clip like that where they are already developing robots to even be doing the work of chef, those who cook in the kitchen. They program them. So the question is, when you now have robots to take over all the job, to be doing all the job of human, what will be left for us to do? And the person who shared that video clip and also did wrote an article, is asking, China is or has planned to invest how many $billion in AI and machine learning. Japan have their own budget on AI and machine learning. The same thing, US, UK. What is Africa doing? And what we advise people before this robotic artificial intelligence take over and make us irrelevant. So we should be the one, all hands should be on deck. Let people leave their comfort zone. Let people take the extraordinary step to be the one to cause the disruptions before they are disrupted. Because somebody will say, okay, with AI in place, with machine learning, with robotic, so what is the relevance of human being? And I keep saying, and I keep advising people, the world will always be in demand of human resources who are well equipped. They have respect for people who have skills, something to offer, and they will keep demanding for them. And I put it this way again, no matter the AI we have, artificial intelligence especially, artificial intelligence still require prompting, require human being to give the correct decision or the correct instruction to it. And how do you now be the one causing the disruption? Is for you to continue to train and train, learn and relearn. I've said this before in this class, that the literate of the 21st century, it is usually said that it's not someone who cannot read or write, but one who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. Because sometimes we have to empty ourselves of whatever old knowledge we think we have in order to accommodate the new skills. Now, the next one from our slide is blockchain and distributed ledger technology. Ladies and gentlemen, when we talk of blockchain and distributed ledger technology here, I love this one, distributed ledger. A blockchain is just another provision that has been made digitally to take care of digital assets. That's the general name. When we talk of cryptocurrency, cryptocurrency is just an example or a type of digital asset. Now, if we look at the manual accounting we do when we have transaction, remember then we are or any other textbook you pick in those days when we are in 100 level, they'll say somebody started business with 500 million naira in bank and 200 million furniture. That one will now say which account are we debiting, which one are we crediting. That is manually, you do a ledger. I will debit this, I will credit this. Now we are talking of investment in digital assets. And when they say digital asset, now you now need another technology, digital tool to record this transaction. That is blockchain. So blockchain itself is the distributed ledger. They are set of innumerable digital distributed ledger. And it is in blockchain technology, you will hear people talk of triple entry. We all know that the double entry principle, as discovered by the Italian priest Luca Pacioli in 1494, is a double entry principle. For every debit entry, there's a corresponding credit entry. But in blockchain and distributed ledger technology, they have a third aspect that, okay, we have debited this account, we have credited the account, but the third entry is now made so that there will be traces, evidence to prove that those transactions has been effected. That's debit and credit. Then we have the third aspect. That's why they talk about triple entry for blockchain and distributed ledger technology. The next tool, as we can see on the screen, is artificial intelligence and machine learning. And all we do here in AI, what we are saying that when you allow machine to mimic the human intelligence, to mimic the human brain, to mimic the human reasoning, so that tasks which were expected to be performed by a human being are now performed by a machine. That is AI, artificial intelligence. Machine mimicking the human brain, human intellect, so that tasks which ordinarily ought to have been performed by human being are now performed by the machine. That is AI and machine learning. And the last one there, we've seen Excel and advanced spreadsheet. And I've told us earlier, when we even go deeper, we have another AI tool called Excel Formula Bot. When you have some advanced formula, when you see some real advanced formulas in Excel, it has no meaning to some of us, except maybe you are trained for developing those formulas. But with those formulas, you take it to Excel Formula Bot, it will interpret. So peradventure, you have some formulas, you desire to know the meaning, or you even have your data arranged and you already have in mind what you want to do with the data, but you don't know which formula to apply to get a result or output from those data. Excel Formula Bot will do that for us. Benefits of using what? Digital tools for financial reporting, and benefit of usage. We have efficiency. You can see that efficiency, accuracy, real-time access, insightful analysis, scalability, particularly for cloud-based tools, can scale with the growth of the organization, that is, adjust to the growth. Then collaboration, we have enhanced collaboration through cloud platform and integrated system. Ladies and gentlemen, just yesterday, I had a meeting, an online meeting here. We're just talking one of the benefits of using digital tools. We had a meeting yesterday. We used the Microsoft Team as a Microsoft. That's it, not Zoom now. And during this meeting, there was a meeting with the representative of Association of Government Accountants in the United States. And while we're having that meeting, I'm just talking of collaboration now. The meeting, of course, is all about collaboration. ACCSA Global, that's Association of Charter Certified System Accountants Global, is collaborating with AGA Association of Government Accountants in the US. And during the course of that meeting, the representative of AGA from Washington, D.C., one Mr. Kenneth, and he opened an offer as part of the discussion. He said, can you get me a group of graduates or some people you know who have background in technology? That will be easy for me to teach them. I'm going to give them training. I'm going to train them for free. So after training them, okay, just hold on. Oh my God, I don't have my jotter here. The training is about financial auditing analysis. I think about 3 areas. We have financial audit, then another training on grants, and there's one other, about 3 training areas. That after training them, and they find them capable enough, they don't need to say they want to travel to United States. Wherever they live, companies here in the US will hire them and they will work online and they will be paid. How do they pay here is per hours. So we are still working on that. I'm just giving us an example of the benefit of digital tool collaboration. so that you don't need to even say you want to japa. Right there, where you are in Nigeria, you can be earning your dollars. It's ability to make yourself available and prepare your mind to learn new things. I've shared with people before with every humility 3 times. Is in Microsoft Office. Then here also in the US, Internal Revenue Service without application. All they said, we have seen your CV, we have seen your resume in the cloud, and you qualify for this managerial position. And one of them said, you don't need to live wherever you are. Your duty post is in Dubai, but you don't have to travel to Dubai. You should work from where you are. Then for Internal Revenue Service here in the US, 3 times they've invited me without me applying. Will you be available for an interview? We need your service. But no, I love what I'm doing. I have some other things. So opportunities abound. That's the essence of sharing this experience. And opportunity abound for those who are ready, scholars, professionals who are ready to learn, who are ready to empower themselves, and who are ready to collaborate. Those are the benefits here. Now, to cap this lecture, I have a summary of blockchain and digital currency. I think maybe when we get the note later, we can go through this. I actually want us to go into some case studies. We have like 3 up to 4 case studies. We just take 2 for this lecture. For this blockchain and digital currency, we are saying a decentralized and distributed digital ledger technology. Leave that one. Then I define a digital asset. There is a broad term that refers to any form of content or asset that exists in digital form. Digital assets can encompass a wide range of items, including but not limited to, can you see, cryptocurrency is even the very first example there. That's an example of digital currency, digital tokens, digital collectibles, software and digital intellectual property, digital securities, digital commodities. And it will interest us to know that already there is international financial reporting standard that is already in place to take care of the recording of digital assets. And when you look at our statement on financial position, you will see intangible asset. That's how they classify digital asset, intangible asset, so that we won't think it's cash or non-current, intangible. For cloud accounting, I've explained cloud accounting, internet-based technology. They also call it online accounting. And a brief summary of its key aspects you can see on the screen. We have online accessibility, real-time update, real-time online, real-time, cost efficiency. All you need to do is for you to be paying your monthly subscription. Scalability can adjust as organization grow. Data security, very secured. Automation, of course, we say is automatic. Most cases, all you just need to do is just to key in the data. How the reports are being prepared is none of our business. Our own is just to key in the data. Collaboration, very, very powerful. Third-party integrations, you can also integrate the activities of other backup and disaster recovery. There is nothing like crashing. Now, if you are operating cloud and your system crash, you don't need to bother yourself, because just get another system, have your internet access, and have your functional email. You will access it anywhere, anytime. Compliance and update. For cloud accounting, update is automatic, not like the desktop accounting. Then we have the artificial intelligence, AI. I've explained this one, simulation of human intelligence in machines, enabling them to perform tasks that typically require human intelligence. Let's leave that. Here are some key areas of application for AI, artificial intelligence, in healthcare, where we are limiting our own just to finance and accounting. Let's leave the other one. Here are some artificial intelligence tools relevant to professionals, scholars, and researchers. We have them. You can see the first one there, slicegpt.com. SliceGPT as a scholar Some of us, I'm sure, we were lecturers in our various institutions. We are just doing our PhD. Or even if you are not a lecturer, as a professional, either as a member of ICANN, ANAN, or some of us are into practice, you are invited, call upon, come and do a presentation. And time is a limiting factor. With Slide GPT, you can get your slide ready in seconds or in few minutes. Copymatic, that's another content generator software, content generating software. That's Copymatic. With this one, you have your article, just put the title there, and before you know it, it's going to develop. One thing about Copymatic is that it will ask you, okay, let me take a practical example. If I say, summary. No, I want to do a presentation on the relevance of IFRS 1. The relevance of IFRS 1 on accountability and transparency of a company. If I want to use Copymatic, Copymatic will give me two options. Option 1, suggest your subheadings. I already have the main topic, relevance of IFRS. It will ask me to suggest my other subheading. And if I say I don't have an idea, maybe I don't have anything in mind, it will now give you the option. Should I go ahead and suggest for you? Once you click yes, your own is just to be watching within a twinkle of an eye. This Copymatic will generate the content. Yours is to copy and go and use. Excel Formula Bot, I've been emphasizing this. This is a powerful AI tool that saves us from the rigor of racking our brain for formulas when you are doing financial modeling. ChatGPT, very, very common one. ChatGPT is an open AI that is relevant to both accountants and non-accountants. But then I realized for some of you who will join the free webinar on Saturday or the masterclass in innovative accounting and strategic thinking. I don't know the one we have enough time because that masterclass is for 3 days. You will see some other features of ChatGPT that many are not aware. And I keep saying, like the one I use, the version I use is the version I pay monthly subscription. That may be the reason I have access to any other feature. To interest you to know that while exploring this same ChatGPT a couple of days ago, I discovered 5 new features. There are more than that, but the one is not just discovery. I have case study that each time I see this, I test run. That is how researchers, that is what they do. It's not that, okay, ChatGPT can do this. Let me practicalize it and see whether it will give result. And one of the areas I realized additional feature in ChatGPT is that if you have a name, you have the name, you want to have your own company, and you have a name for the company, you have the what you are into, you can define this is what and what you want to do. You have your location, your address. You have all the content about your company, and you want to build a website for your company. In minutes, just few minutes, ChatGPT had that feature. I built one for FICC. That is another organization I have in mind. Don't worry about FICC now. But when I say I built it, I just provided the contents and ChatGPT develop it. That is one aspect, discover. Another aspect is data analysis. For example, you have 5 years financial summary, not even 5 years, it may be 10 years. Or you even have bulk document. Maybe you are talking of the whole financial report of an organization with the feature in ChatGPT for analysis. All I need to do is to import that document. Then I give the instruction. I prompt it, analyze the financial statement. We are talking of document that is up to even 50 pages or more, can be less or more than that. And within a twinkle of an eye, that feature in ChatGPT will help you analyze. And it doesn't stop there. If you even want that feature, that's the feature of that AI, it's called ChatGPT, to help you represent the analysis in pictorial format. Is it pie chart? Is it histogram? Is it bar graph? Within few minutes, all this will be done. Anyway, let's leave that. A lot of things to explore. At a time when I checked this, I researched into this. I think I started this since last year, January 19, when I came into the US. And within that period till date, I have discovered minimum 24 AI tools that is relevant to professionals. Don't let me limit to accountants alone. And why am I researching into artificial intelligence? I'm also discovering the limitations, that is, errors from this AI, so that people will not rely on them 100%. Just early this year, I had a conference here in the United States, and I gave a question to the participants. They were all seated. The same question, quantitative. And what they are going to do with that question is to use the AI tool, ChatGPT, to analyze the financial statement. Honestly, all the participants had different results, and it's not supposed to be. Because if you ask, for example, ChatGPT to calculate current ratio, quick or acid, that's current ratio, we have the quick or acid ratio, acid test ratio, profitability ratios, solvency ratios, and the rest. We will expect that everybody should have a uniform answer. But part of the research, I did that on purpose. Nobody among the participants, no two people have the same results. And no wonder ChatGPT will tell you I make mistake. That is a caveat. He has put that way. So the place of human ingenuity, human brilliance cannot be overemphasized. For some of us who rely on ChatGPT again, I will also inform us that professors in the United States have discovered that most of the assignment they give to their students, they use ChatGPT. Now they have another software they now use in detecting who have used ChatGPT. So what they tell the student, if you are given an assignment and you use an AI tool, you should specify in your reference section the AI tool you have used. Now we have another tool now called Zero GPT or ChatGPT Zero. They call it, they interchange them. That one will detect who have used ChatGPT. It's not only detecting, and the content you have generated using ChatGPT, you can move the same content back there and will help you rephrase it. Don't let us overflow this. Now, Quiz Gecko, for some of us who are lecturers, with Quiz Gecko, another AI tool, with Quiz Gecko, you want to set questions. Allow your student to sit anyhow. They can sit beside without even spacing. With Quiz Gecko, without sweating, with ease. You want to examine them. Maybe you want to give them multiple choice question, 20. All you just need with this Quiz Gecko, the same note you have given to them, or the manual, if it is a lecture manual, you import it into Quiz Gecko and you give instruction. Set 20 set of question, multiple choice question based on the content of this manual. And you decide, is it 4 options? Within minutes, you will see this Quiz Gecko generate these questions for you. So that if you have 20 questions, the one seated here, his own question is different from the next. There are a lot of things there. Quillbot. Quillbot is another artificial intelligence that helps you to rephrase the content. That is, you want to give originality to your work. You have used ChatGPT and you are aware that your professor have another tool we will use to detect that you have used ChatGPT. So with Quillbot, that one will help you rephrase paragraph by paragraph as if you are the one. You are saying the same thing now in a different way. That's the consensus.r, Scholastic Trinker. These are the ones really relevant to researchers. This Scholastic This Scholastic, I call it Scholastic, an AI tool that helps with literature review and research. It can summarize research papers, create flashcards, and provide quick insight into the study's key findings. We have a lot of this relevant for. Then the Trincadia is an AI writing assistant focused on technical and academic writing. It can correct grammar. Time will not permit us to look at all. But let's go now to the practical. Let's leave that. Interactive data extraction analysis. This is another tool, idea, used to analyze data collected for purpose of forming an opinion as to whether financial statement represent a true and fair view. We leave that. Now, case studies told us I will take only one or two of these case studies for today. We will leave the remaining for the future. See the first case study here, blockchain and digital assets case study. When you have the notes or the materials, you go through this one. It's just all about debit and credit, debit, credit. I want to go into the case study that will require technology. See, the solution is even there for this case study. Assumptions, task 1, journal entries. Prepare the necessary journal entries for the following transaction: purchase of tech tokens, transaction fees incurred during the purchase, sale of tech tokens, transaction fees incurred during the sale. So here you need to sharpen your skill. Once you sharpen your skill, your double entry principle. This one is a walkover. Imagine you are the financial accountant at a tech startup named TechCoin. The company operates in the blockchain space and deals with various digital assets. TechCoin has recently acquired a significant number of tech tokens, a digital asset that is built on a blockchain platform. These tokens are traded on various cryptocurrency exchanges. As a financial accountant, you are tasked with recording the transactions involving these tech tokens, preparing the necessary journal entries, and disclosing the digital assets in the financial reports. Assumptions. TechCoin acquires 10,000 tech tokens at a cost of $5 per token. Number 2, transaction fees for purchasing the tech tokens amount to $500. 3, during the financial period, TechCoin also sold 3,000 tech tokens at a price of $7 per token. Transaction fees for the sale were $200. The reporting period is the fiscal year ending December 31, 2023. 5, TechCoin follows international financial reporting standard for financial reporting. Income tax rate is 30%. What are we expected to do in this case study? Number 1, prepare the necessary journal entries for the following transactions: purchase of tech tokens. 2, transaction fees incurred during the purchase. 3, sale of tech tokens. 4, transaction fees incurred during the sale. Then tax number 2, financial disclosures. We are in IFRS and IPSAS class. Provide a brief description of how TechCoin should disclose digital assets in their financial reports, including the key information that needs to be included in the notes to the financial statements. Remember to consider the appropriate accounting treatment, presentation, and disclosure requirement for digital assets under IFRS. Class, I'm going to examine us based on this particular case study. Let's just do away from the normal one that, okay, I know it's financial reporting standard. The question we're expecting will be IFRS and IPSAS. No. Let's digress a bit. So in our either, I don't think we have time to do any test here. Maybe in our exam, somebody want to examine you and is already telling you some of the things that will come out. It's just like that portion of the scripture that says, I've set before you this day to choose between life and death. And it's now even begging you, say, please choose life. So the solution follow. Can you see the journal entries is there? Purchase of tech tokens. That's why I say all we just need to sharpen our skills, debit and credit. Which assets Well, which account are we debiting? Which one are we crediting? See, for the purchase of tokens, remember, purchase, you say debit receiver, credit giver. So anytime you purchase an asset, that asset account is debited. Then if you pay in cash or check, cash or bank is credited. I don't need to, this PhD advanced class, we don't need to go back to the rudiments. So they are very straightforward. Ours is to open your eyes to see. I've already mentioned to you, we'll be examining on blockchain and blockchain and digital assets, specifically anything that has to do with reporting the blockchain and digital asset. Now, solution blockchain and asset tax 2, financial disclosure. See it under IFRS, TechCoin should disclose digital asset in their financial report as follows. See it, presentation in the balance sheet, measurement, subsequent measurement, impairment. Now, if you say presentation in the balance sheet or statement of financial position, digital asset should be presented as a separate line item with the non-current assets section of the balance sheet, distinguishing them from other non-current assets like property. And I told us earlier that when you are talking of digital asset, the classification they give to it mostly is intangible asset. Measurement, tech token should be initially measured at cost, which includes the acquisition cost of the tokens plus any directly attributable transaction cost. In this case, the initial cost would be $50,000 plus 500 transaction fees. Let's leave that one. Then we have subsequent measurement. And when we say subsequent measurement, IFRS 13, fair value measurement. So tech token should measure at fair value at each reporting date. Any changes in fair value should be recognized in profit or loss. Impairment, we want to see whether the asset is impaired. What is the book value and what is the current market value? If the book value is less than current market value, you say the asset is impaired. Solution, I think this thing is still continue. Presentation in income statement. Let's leave that. You will have this later. We'll stop here. We want to quickly go to the cloud. I will also share an experience with us why it is good that we go to the cloud. Then we call it, we close the curtain for today and say, we'll say a good evening. 2 years ago, to be precise, in Lagos, Nigeria, then Abuja, FCT, Nigeria, our firm was privileged to coordinate a training for the directors and managers of Federal Inland Revenue Service. We have 2 batches in Lagos, and we have 2 batches in Abuja. And during the course of that training program, it was a master class like the one I'm inviting your class to come and attend. June 20, is it 24 to 27 now? Anyway, I will share that flyer also on our platform. I've told us some of us who cannot come in person, that's you cannot attend physically, you can join online. The PhD class is specially invited to be part of that program. But it's not compulsory if you have the time. There is nothing of value that I want to give to people, people who have known me for the past 20 years in Nasarawa State University. I've never asked anybody that, you must buy my textbook. I don't do that. If you hear anybody who say that, the person have lied against Adebayo. When you are sure that you have packaged something of value, you will not force people to come and do it. So it was a master class, just like the one ACCSC Global will be having in Abuja, Nigeria. I think the venue of that one is the Nigerian Army Resource Center. You get the details. I will share with us. So that some of us will be interested. You just see your class governor. That's how we go about that. Now, when I now took the participant to the cloud, it was a master class in forensic technology and computer audit, electronic audit. So when we go to the cloud and I show them how to access information, particularly about VAT, exactly this same case study we're about looking at now. After showing them how to extract information in the cloud, one of the directors, when it was time for questions, and comment. And the guy said, Prof, before I came in for this training, I was assigned from FIRS to go to Port Harcourt to a client, a company in Port Harcourt, because they just discovered that the returns that company submitted put them to inquiry. It's just like maybe a company that has been filing returns in billions, suddenly, maybe hundreds of millions. That one put them to inquiry. And I was assigned to visit that company and investigate their financial affairs. And on arriving in that company, on arriving there, I asked the officers in charge, that can I see your record? And the response I got was that we are in the cloud. That was they told him. Our records are in the cloud. We are in the cloud. And this director said, and that's the first time he must have heard about cloud before, but he has not gone to the cloud before. So when they told him we are in the cloud, he never knew what next to ask again. He now told them, okay, let me have your books, what you have. So they gave him what they wanted him to see. But he left that place, he was not satisfied with the report. And the guy concluded, with this eye-opener, you have taken on me to the cloud. After this training, I will go back to my superior to give me another authority to go back to the same company now that I know what to ask. A lot of things like that. So to go into the cloud, let's see this case study. That's where we are going to stop. Let me see the other case study, artificial intelligence, then idea. We will not be able to take this one for this lecture. We may leave it for another day. We have a question here that says, you have been appointed by WKC Consulting to access the records of Super Cycles wholesales for purpose of auditing, investigation, and VAT. Among other reports, we are talking of financial reporting. Among other reports, Super Cycles wholesales has reported the difference between output and input VAT as 25 million for tax purposes. However, going by the information received from a whistleblower, the figure declared is suspicious. The company utilized Sage Cloud in preparing an account. Required, how will you go about the tax in cloud accounting environment? Then I've given us the link to use here, accounting.sage1.co.za. So all you just need to do, we are talking of digital tools now. And really, when you say digital tools, internet connection should be involved. So for those of you who have your laptop, fine and good. But if you don't have your laptop, even your smartphones, just launch your browser. I will launch the browser. As I'm saying it, I'll be doing it. I will launch my browser. See my browser here. I've launched it. That's your browser. It can be Firefox, it can be Chrome. Then after launching your browser, just watch. I gave us a key earlier, int. See what you type. The company use Sage Cloud. Type accounting, watch. Accounting dot sage1.co.za. Accounting dot sage1.co.za. Then press enter. Accounting. You can use your smartphone. As long as you have strong internet access, you will get the same result I'm getting from here. Accounting.sage1.co.za. Then press enter. Now, the explanation is very simple here. If I decide to just look up, if you get it correctly, you should be where I am on the screen. Accounting.sage1, SAGEONE.co.za. Press enter. If you are where I am, see, sign up as a user. You don't sign up as a user. I'm explaining, time will not permit us to explore this today. Because if I sign up as a user, it means I will create, okay, let me just click for clicking sake, see what I mean. Accounting.sage1.co.za. Verify you are human by, you see why I don't want us to go into this? We don't have that time today. That's one of the reasons you need those practical sessions when you come for training. Here, all those field marks with red marked. They are compulsory field. I'll put company name, product type. When I come to country, I'll come and select my country. First name, last name, mobile number, password. Confirm your password. You must remember this password and so on. Then I accept the terms. But leave this. Now, when you accept the terms and you go to the last item, sign up, a message will be sent to your mailbox. Once you confirm, then it will take you to the dashboard. But let's leave that one for today. See where I want us to go to take care of that case study we have. See, sign up as an advisor, no. Explore the demo company. Another reason why we don't want to sign up as, let me go back. If you sign up as a user, you should be ready also to be paying monthly subscription. That's the meaning. So we are going to demo, sign up, that's explore the demo. Now, when you click on explore the demo, let me go back, see the one you need to click, demo company. Ladies and gentlemen, as I click on the demo company, I already have my workspace, worksheet. I'm now, see, accounting demo company, you have it here. This is the dashboard. I already have my working tool. You see home, quick view, customers, suppliers, items, banking, account, see accountants area, see reports. This is where we are going. We are talking of financial reporting and analysis using digital tools. And you've seen reports here. See the categories of report. We are accounting intelligence reporting, customers, suppliers, items, sales and purchases, banks and credit card, VAT. Our case study is talking about VAT now. You know, it's about VAT. You want to find out whether the VAT report or the remittance from that case study of 25 million is the same thing as what they have in the cloud. That is the investigation you are out to carry out. So see what you do. You click on VAT here. When I click on VAT, can you see this? Even VAT return, for VAT alone, see different report on VAT. VAT 201 report, VAT summary report, and so on. That's why you need the knowledge which one is relevant to the current assignment I'm handling. Is VAT report. When you come here and see VAT report, you click on VAT report. And the next thing I will do, when I click on VAT report, I will say view report. We are there. Ladies and gentlemen, from that case study I read earlier, this company claimed that the difference between VAT output, which is for customer, and VAT input, which is for supplier, is 25 million. So he's claiming that maybe they are going to credit him with 25 million. You know, when there is the difference between the VAT output and VAT input, we either give rise to tax credit or tax liability, whichever way. So I'm scrolling, you scroll. I scroll up, see the heading here, output VAT. Oh my, let me go back. See output VAT. Let's scroll output. All this one for customers, output VAT. See it until you get to the last item. Let's continue. Invoice in the cloud. Invoice Wow. Yeah. Now, when you come to standard input, we've seen output. See input VAT. Can you see input VAT also? We want to see the final difference, that the difference between output VAT and input VAT. That's what is relevant to me here. We are there. This is where we are going now. Final. See what we have now. After checking the record, the data in the cloud of this particular client or company, see what we have here. Negative 8,771,520.17 rands. All these are in South African rands. Then you compare this with what they have submitted or what they have remitted to do your own documentation, and that is all. Can you see they are not the same? That's the essence of this. But then you still want to go on to even perform other check. Have they even charged the correct tax rate? We know in Nigeria, the VAT is 7.5%. You can pick any of the invoice here, just randomly. You can sample anyone. Let me pick one invoice here. I can click on this. Watch. When I click on this, it will take me straight to the invoice they have prepared. See it now. Copy tax invoice. And when you now study this, can you see what is the percentage you are seeing here for VAT? 15%. So as an investigator, either forensic investigator, forensic expert, or just you are carrying a verification exercise, or you need to ask questions. Go, just navigate. This is where we stop for today. Time will not permit us to go beyond this. It's time for comments, questions. And if you don't have questions and no comment, have a wonderful evening. We'll meet by God's grace this same time next week. God keep us. The meaning is that by the time we meet, 2-3 more classes, we are done with this course. You can now channel all your time for other things. All right. If you have any question or comment, you can unmute yourself. Nobody is saying anything. That's to say everything very clear. No, it's not. If you don't have, if everything is clear, it's not a must you ask question. No, it's my own joy that everything well delivered. Eh?
Okay.
I had the voice of one madam like that. You want to say something?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead now.
Sir, why will companies not publish the right thing, the same thing like in the cloud? Is it that they don't know that people can investigate?
Have you? Okay, let me put it this way. The accountants are known for window
Austin, remove
dressing.
your face.
Accountants are known for what? We practice
Window
what we
dressing.
call window dressing. Another word for window dressing is what? They will tell you make-up accounting, creative accounting. In fact, another word for it is cosmetic accounting. Do you know in the cloud, okay, they have a result in the cloud. People can still manipulate, falsify this, but the only thing about the cloud, or generally when we talk of digital accounting, the only thing is that there is an audit trail for all transactions performed in any computer. Don't let me say any. That's in any reliable and efficient computerized accounting system. Like if time had permitted us to even look at idea, that interactive data extraction and analysis software, somebody, for example, on public holiday, because you have access to the office key, your office, and you go to your system in the office, you work on your system. It may not even be office. Maybe they allow you to go with the official laptop, and it's a public holiday. You feel, okay, this is a public holiday, nobody in the office, and you do some posting. Do you know when we collect this soft copy of the report, we are not even saying collect everything. Okay, maybe during the public holiday, say, okay, nobody in the office, let me just go and work on the salary schedule and do some manipulation. Nobody will find out. When it comes to, I'm so sorry reaching you from this one. All right. When it comes to investigation, all I will just ask, if I'm the one assigned to investigate, give me the soft copy of the salary schedule. That's all I need from your system. By the time I now import it into that idea environment and I begin to analyze, idea will show me the dates the person posted or tamper with the figure in the salary schedule and the time. When I now see the dates, as an investigator, but this also day is public holiday. What were you doing in office? A lot of things that way. So going back to your question, why won't somebody post the correct thing being in the cloud? The answer is obvious. Accountants, I think I shared this riddle with us before. They asked 3 accountants in an open interview, what is 2 plus 2? Too simple. The first accountant says 4. The second accountant also say 4. The third one said to himself, if the first 2 guys are gotten it correctly, why are they asking me the same question? And he asked the interviewer, sir, what do you want the answer to be?
Mm-hmm.
So human being, especially when somebody desperately need, that's greed, what is really killing our nation, greed. You don't care whether they will find out later. You just want to manipulate for your own personal gain, even though it will backfire later. And that's one of the reasons we advise people that anything that will take away sleep from your eyes, it's better you don't do it. Something you will do, you won't be able to sleep at night. But at the point of need, insatiable need for something that is not even a necessity, accountants can do anything. And it's unfortunate, I put it this way, very unfortunate, that the accountant that is supposed to be a watchdog, we are now dogs to be watched. It's a serious one. Any other question, please? There is something I want to share with us on the screen
So
before
one
we.
last one. You talked about ChatGPT
Yes.
and AI. So is it wrong if you use AI or ChatGPT to do a research and it's giving you something that you're really looking for? Is it wrong? Because
No,
I just used ChatGPT 4 today to do something and it gave me what I was actually looking for. So is
no,
it
it's not
wrong to
wrong.
use it?
No, it's not. Not wrong, but we are saying you should not rely on ChatGPT or AI because they are, it will even tell you, did you notice he said, I make mistake or errors, can make mistake. And what we are saying is, if you are using ChatGPT, you should also have basic knowledge, rudiment issue of what you are doing with ChatGPT. So that sometime when it mislead you, give you the wrong answer, you will be able to know. I've practicalized this before. I have a question I saw in oil and gas accounting. I have my solution manual. I solve it manually. And to so sure of my own solution, I now ask ChatGPT to solve the same question. Very misleading. Very misleading. That can be very, very wrong. Those are part of the research we are doing. And I just share with you also, if it has to do with maybe qualitative, maybe writing text ChatGPT, you can rely on it. But when it comes to quantitative data, you need to really double check. You need to really double check. That's what we are saying. It's not wrong. Particularly if we are talking of you want to solve tasks, you want to solve problem while in office. Why not? ChatGPT welcome, but not in exam. It's not allowed.
Not in exam.
You use
My
ChatGPT.
question, Prof,
Go ahead.
is about this clouding accounting. Is it that there is a software that you need to install in your system before you can perform that actions on in auditing if you are intend to do such?
No, you don't need to. In cloud accounting, you don't need to install anything. I mentioned that earlier. I say in cloud, all you just need is the domain name. Are we there?
Yes.
Like I gave you this one, I say accounting.sage1.co.za. I've
Okay.
just shown us only that of Sage. We also have a couple, there are many of them. We have Wave, that one online. We have QuickBooks online. There are quite a number of them. It depends on the one you feel is relevant, the one that can address your need. And that's why as consultants, when you call upon us that, okay, this is what you want us to do in your organization, we carry out what we call need assessment. We ask you, do you have a particular way you want the output from the system to look like in terms of maybe format? Once you say yes, the next thing we'll now do, we look at all the digital tools available and see the one that will perfectly suit your requirement. That is what we call need assessment. Need assessment. And from experience, we also realize that it's very difficult for you to find one particular digital tool or accounting software that will take care of 100% of your organizational need. So in that case, if the variation or disparity is material and fundamental, let me use audit language now, we will now recommend that, okay, let's build from scratch. And that's why we have collaboration and network with system developer, software developer, system analyst. They do all this. I'm sharing with us, I think I've told us I'm going to also send it to our platform. This is the flyer for the master class in innovative accounting and strategic thinking. It's June 26 to 28, 2024, 9 a.m. daily. For those who desire to participate in class, it's 70,000 and it's inclusive of T-Braille launch, software, manual, and certificate. And for those who want to join online, it's 30,000. And I've just told us the venue, that's Nigerian Army Resource Center. Nigerian Army Resource Center. If you need more information, you can see your class governor. I'm going to share it on the platform. All right, now, have I answered your question so we can call it a day?
Okay. Prof, no problem. Thank you very much.
It's only desktop accounting that if you have to buy software and install on your system, either desktop or laptop. But for cloud, you just need the correct address, the domain name.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All right, have a wonderful evening and see us by God's grace. I think we have just 3 more contacts and then we'll be done with this course. The others will be to get you some questions, practice question for your own consumption, not to solve. our continuous assessment, I will decide how that one will, the form our CA will take. Let us know. Thank you very much also, Madam Bukola Adeola Lani. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you all. Have a beautiful evening.
Thanks a lot, Prof.
Thank you, sir.
Have a good day.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much, Prof.
Thank you, Prof.
Bye.
Honor.
Thank you.
So much.